It's David Kosloski with SNUC, and today I'm with Andrei of Dexory. Andrei, I know you're very busy, so thanks so much for taking time today to talk about Dexory.
It's a pleasure, and obviously we have a very tight collaboration, so it's always good to be working with friends and working with some of our most trusted partners.
Awesome. Well, do me a favor. Let's explain high level. What is Dexory?
So Dexory is a logistics technology provider. So our entire product, our entire technology is for supply chain for the logistics industry. So we have created a global intelligence and visibility platform. It's called DexoryView. And what's really unique about this product is that it's powered by autonomous robots that give you real-time information from what's happening in the warehouse on the shop floor, basically. And it gives them that level of visibility, that level of intelligence to be able to run their businesses with 100% efficiency, eliminating any kind of errors, and being able to drive that level of optimization and continuous improvement on a daily basis, having this unlimited access to data.
That's great. And obviously we have a giant robot we're looking at. Can you explain high level what's going on here?
So it's actually the world's tallest autonomous robot. So it currently sits at 14 meters tall. So the whole concept behind this robot is to have the ability to get as rich data sets as we possibly can from this dynamic and fairly complex and large environments, which are warehouses. We call them the beating heart of the logistics industry. So the way the technology works is you have a fully autonomous robot base, on top of which we have this data capturing tower. So it's a telescopic tower, allows us to go to any height that's needed in the warehouse. It can also collapse down and go through narrow spaces, through doors and things like that. But as it operates, it extends this tower and it scans the entire rack, so the racks that you see around us, in one pass, in one go. So we achieve an incredible scanning speed. We can do over 10,000 pallets an hour. And it's not just the fact that you can scan barcodes or you can gather the inventory information. We can create a real-time digital twin of the warehouse. So we use cameras, we use LiDARs, we obviously have the robot moving around the warehouse, and that's how we acquire this data, which gives us these machine-ready data sets, but very, very rich data sets, which allow us to have information about how much product you have anywhere in the warehouse, how well the warehouse is performing, what's the occupancy, what's the utilization of the space. So you go into a very, very deep level of detail to bring this level of intelligence to our customers.
That's interesting. And what is the alternative to this? If we don't have a robot in our warehouse doing it, what's the other option?
So the only other viable options is to have an army of people. We're talking about hundreds of people to get to this level of data capturing capabilities, pretty much going in every single location, taking measurements, taking pictures, digitizing every single pallet, every single cube location in that warehouse. And that's not feasible considering that there's a massive labor shortage, and more importantly, the speed at which you can acquire the data makes it too slow to really take action on using a manual process.
Interesting. So I can tell there's a lot of compute in this particular tower. Can you give me roughly how many NUCs are you using for this?
So it really depends on the version of the robot, but it can be anything from 5-6 units up to 9, 10, or even 11 units, because for us, the processing power, the edge processing capability is very, very important.
Yeah, and when you talk about that in the edge processing power, there's a lot of companies that build edge compute. What about SNUC really stood out to you? Why did you choose to partner with them?
So we wanted a partner that can first and foremost move at the speed at which we move. So Dexory is built as a full stack business. So we're here in our headquarters, but this is where we design, build, engineer, manufacture the product. So working with SNUC was big part of this, is finding the right partner that understands that drive for speed and can also provide a product that's ready to use, can help us identify the best solution for the application we have, and also grow with us. So expand and make sure that we're always utilizing the latest developments in the space, make sure that the computers and the entire platform comes ready to just fit into production. So it minimizes the amount of work we have to do. And then we have built this relationship over time. So we trust that you guys are always going to bring the best, first and foremost, to the product you offer us.
That's great. I know you're a huge Star Wars fan. Is there a tower that is embodied like Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader anywhere? Do you have a name for one?
There are a number of names that resemble various Star Wars references. Usually the customers call the robots different things. So as you can imagine, because it's a robot, because it's autonomous, it gets all kinds of funny names, and there's a lot of Star Wars related derivatives.
That's funny. It sounds like you are still a very innovative company, and in this innovation cycle, the partnership with SNUC, I mean, where do you see the compute process going in the edge to the future?
For us, we're obviously always looking to improve the product. So working together with SNUC is looking at how can we have more compute and use less resources. So I see our collaboration going deeper into optimizing and customizing the platform, customizing the NUC platform into something that is better suited for this level of applications in this type of environments. Because we're now doing this autonomous robots, but there's many other applications in the logistics industry. And I think the wider industry direction is going to a place where people are computing more information on edge devices, especially when you're looking at things like AI. It needs a lot of data, it needs a lot of information to train those models. And it's really difficult to acquire information in this industrial environment.
It sounds like you partner with SNUC from a customizability perspective, the ability to be at the edge, but be in environments that aren't necessarily perfect temperatures. And then on top of it, the relationship management of being able to provide you what you need. Is that fair?
I think that's very fair. That covers everything, but I don't think we should undermine the relationship part of it. Having that flexibility and having the ability to work with you guys in scaling with us as a company. Because of course, when we started, we didn't have the big volumes that you'd expect from larger players. And we've always had a really, really good support. We've always had a lot of, a good understanding on where the product is now and where we're going with this product.
Before you met SNUC, what was the relationship like for your compute? Or was SNUC your first option?
We didn't land straight into working with you guys at SNUC. We had a number of different platforms that we explored. For us, it was challenging because as we're scaling up production, as we're scaling up our manufacturing and deployment capabilities, as the market has a very strong pull for our product, we need to be able to move fast. So we need to have that level of efficiency to be able to have a platform that we can put straight in production, which is very important for us because the way our partnership works, we leverage your capabilities to do a lot of customization, to do a lot of the setup work. So we have these units ready to use straight out of the box. But as you look at the platform, we also have this ability to continuously evolve and use the latest generation, the most efficient and the most powerful capabilities for the compute.
So if someone comes to you and they're asking for custom compute, why would you recommend SNUC?
I think it's very important to acknowledge the fact that as you embark on this journey and as you want to bring products to market, you need to have a very strong partnership and partner ecosystem. And I think that's one of the big selling points because it's about finding the partner that will develop and help and support you on the journey. And I think that's one of the biggest things for us is having the technical understanding, having the capability to actually provide more value add services than just selling a bit of silicon mounted on a PCB. And those are two of the big things. And of course, having that flexibility. I think you guys were very flexible and we had really good terms and we had a really good partnership over time and over the years we've been working together, which is very, very important as businesses scale. And it doesn't matter if it's a large corporate or a small startup. I think when you bring new products to market, everyone, there's a high degree of uncertainty. So everyone needs to find the right partners, the right flexibility in how they build that ecosystem.
That's great. Andrei, I know you're really busy, so thanks so much for spending time with us today.
It's been a pleasure.